In this lesson, we're going to talk about staccato bowing, which is the opposite of legato bowing. Staccato bowing is when you play a note short, compared to legato where you're playing notes connected and long. So the first thing we're going to talk about with staccato is what it looks like. So here we have a quarter note with a dot underneath it. So in music, this would signify a staccato. And in Violin Tutor Pro, the way I signal the staccato is going to be a dot after the note. So D2 with a dot afterwards means staccato, means short. Now bow usage is very important with staccato. Most people that try to do staccato, they don't use enough bow, so they go like this. It's a lot easier to do that, but it's not going to sound as good. So we have to use a little bit more bow, maybe about half the bow. And then the key is bow speed, getting from point A to point B fast. And that's going to make you have a gap in between the note or make it short. So the correct way to do staccato with an open D would be like this. If you hear the gap in between the notes is what's making it staccato. So let's learn some songs today. The first one's going to be Tiptoes. So let's try that. And it's going to have the dot afterwards for the staccato, so remember that. So the first note's going to be D0 staccato, then rest, D1 staccato, rest, D2 staccato, rest, D0, rest, D3, D2, D1, D1. And these are all staccato, and then a run of staccato notes. Staccato, and now you're going to slur two half notes together in the same bow. So it's going to be D2 to D1, 2, 3, 4. Good, let's try that top to bottom. So that was Tiptoes. Now let's try the next one, which is Staccato Song. I'm going to start off with D0 staccato, D1, and then we're going to have 4 eighth notes, but these are not staccato. That's very much key because they're not going to be. These are actually legato, so they're long connected. And then D1 staccato, D2 staccato. Same thing with the eighth notes, legato. And then D2, D3 staccato quarter notes. And then 8 eighth notes in a row, all legato. Then D1 staccato. D1 staccato again. Now these two are going to be legato quarter notes, so different from the rest. These are just long connected. And then 4 eighth notes legato, A2 staccato, same thing, 4 eighth notes legato, same thing, 4 eighth notes legato. Okay, and then we're going to have an A4 staccato, A3 staccato, A2 staccato, A1, then A0 for 2 beats. It's like that. Let's try it top to bottom. Great, so you will see staccato in quite a bit of music coming up in the future. So make sure that you understand this concept and can have that space between notes, which takes a little bit of practice. So practice those two for about a week and then go on to the next lesson.